What up, guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Matt Wyatt. So, I recently went out to go see the new film called If. It's written and directed by John Krasinski. This is the man who gave us A Quiet Place Part 1 and 2 that became one of the big hit of the popular horror franchise, and he's a producer of the upcoming film called A Quiet Place Day 1, which I'm very excited to go see. You may know John Krasinski from the sitcom show from The Office, and I enjoyed watching him on the Amazon Prime series called Jack Ryan. I think he's a tremendous actor and he's a tremendous filmmaker. And when I found he was directing an original IP that no one's ever heard of, you got Ryan Reynolds as the star of the film, and it looks like it's going to be a kid-friendly film. It's a different genre that he hasn't done before. And I won't lie, the trailers to me looked very lackluster. I was not that excited to go see If, but I was willing to go with an open mind because it's a trailer. The trailers is nothing. It's either going to get you excited or not going to get you excited, but it doesn't affect what the quality of the movie is going to be. We've seen a lot of bad trailers that turn out to be great movies, and we've seen a lot of great trailers that turn out to be a pile of stinker. So I went in with an open mind and gave it the benefit of the doubt. So the movie is essentially about a 12-year-old girl who has experienced a tremendous loss, who goes back to her hometown that she grew up in, and she discovers in the imaginary friends who have been roaming around the city, and she's embarking to go on a journey to help them reconnect their forgotten if kids. Now, most of you realize that if it really stands for imaginary friend. Yeah, it's a little bit cheesy and corny and on the nose. I get that. But you know what? After coming out of this theater, I'm not gonna lie. I was going in there expecting it to really thought it was gonna be a decent film. I didn't know if it was gonna blow my mind, and because the critics have it is not it was very mixed on it. It's sitting at like 49% on Rotten Tomatoes, so only like 49% of the critics gave it a positive review, and the other critics did not. So most of the critics did not like this movie, and most of the time, I usually agree with them. I usually go in there and expect like, you know what? I understand why critics didn't like it, and I didn't like it. And there are times where I'm in the minority with critics where I was saying like I didn't like it as much, but I can understand why that they really love it. But after coming out of the theater, I understand that everybody's entitled to their own opinion. There's nothing wrong with that. But watching this movie, oh my God, I don't understand why critics did not like this movie. This movie is amazing. I loved it. It's fantastic. It was such an emotional roller coaster ride from beginning to end. I love the cast. I thought Ryan Reynolds was absolutely fantastic. I thought the actress, who plays the 12-year-old girl who is the main character, Cailey Fleming, is tremendous in the film. She was such a wonderful, heartwarming, and charming. Her banter with Ryan Reynolds was good. I love that we get to discover these different imaginary friend characters that we haven't seen before, and we explored the depths of them. And it's a weird, odd world, but it was such an imaginative experience. And yes, it is very heartbreaking too at the same time. I mean, this movie is going to make you cry. I say prepare your tissues before going into this movie. I was not expecting to cry as much as I did. That film gave me allergies like three times in a row. Yeah, if you think you're going here expecting it to be a full-on kid-friendly film, this is not one of them. Now, I'm not saying that there aren't some good heartfelt moments. I thought it had a tremendous story. I thought that the cinematography was absolutely beautiful, visually well stunning. The performances is outstanding. I felt emotionally deep connected with Cailey Fleming's character who plays B, who is a girl who is preparing for the worst for her father, played by John Krasinski, about his condition, and he's about to go into surgery, and she's preparing for the worst because she has experienced tremendous loss years ago, and she knows she's going to go through that again, and she's going to have to prepare for the worst. And she's a character that had an imaginary friend that completely had forgotten about her imaginary friend. She grows up way too quickly. She's forgotten about what she loves about her childhood. And the whole message of the film is that never forget what you love when you're a child, because the message of the film is that when people grow up who have forgotten about their imaginary friend, they really need their imaginary friend the most. And I thought it hit in a really emotional, deep level because even adults need their imaginary friend. For those of them who have forgotten, who have grown up and matured and deal with real life experience, and they grew out of it and they're experiencing their adult life and they have forgotten about their inner child. And this movie is about reconnecting with your inner child. And I thought it was so incredibly well moving movie to me. I like Ryan Reynolds was definitely great. There are one little bit negative that I thought that the plot twist was very predictable, and I thought it was, and I put two and two together. But that's not enough to derail the film for me. I never thought I was going to go in there expecting to feel so emotional as much as I did. It gave me joy, but it transitioned to some of the devastating stuff, and it hit it on the heavy moments for me. And I definitely believe that this is a movie that kids and adults can enjoy and they can easily relate to. Overall, this is definitely probably maybe in my top 10 or top 5 favorite movies of the year so far. I thought John Krasinski really nailed it, and I don't care what the critics say about this movie. I'm in the minority, and I don't know if any of you might be in the minority, and I say go see it in theaters while you still can. And I know it's not tracking well at the box office. I get that, but I think you should still go see it in the theater with your kids, but also be prepared to have your tissues ready because it's gonna be a full-on emotional roller coaster ride. And the pacing is still on point. The music score was absolutely tremendous. I love the characters. It's a movie you don't want to miss out, and it's another original movie that is a big win. I say screw the critics, ignore what they say, go in there and judge the movie on its own merits. I think it's a very well, beautiful made film for me. Now, have you seen the movie? What did you think of it? Did you like it or did you dislike it? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. And if you like this video, make sure you leave it a like and subscribe to my channel for more videos. I appreciate you guys supporting my content, and I hope you guys have a great day, great evening, wherever you're from. I hope you guys stay safe and take care.